What's up, everybody? Tommy Muchler here, the founder of The Lazy Realtor, and today I'm going to show you literally everything you need to know about drip campaigns inside of Liondesk. How to set them up, how to edit them, and how to turn them on, how to turn them off, and just everything you need to know. Let's just jump right into it. So, if you haven't already, log into your Liondesk account and go ahead and click on Marketing. Now, this is for version 1. As you may or may not know, version 2 or the beta is out. It's a different setup. Version 2 is a long ways away from being done. It needs a lot of work before it's ready. So don't worry about version 2. Right now, we're just going to worry about version 1. So first off, Liondesk may not be the most intuitive software, but it makes a lot of sense for the reasoning why it does things because it's very complex. I mean, it's not too complex, but because you have so many options, it makes it a little bit more complicated, and things aren't as intuitive as they should be. And yes, they could be a lot more intuitive, but after this video, hopefully everything should make sense. And yeah, so if you haven't already, click on Marketing inside Liondesk, and you're going to notice right here we're on templates. So you got a few different things. You got templates, you got autopilots, and then you got contact list and text call to sell. Don't worry about contact lists or text to sell. We're not dealing with that right now. Right now we're going to focus on templates. Now templates is where you're going to create the actual drips. So the actual emails, the actual text messages, and if you want to, direct mail. So if you're going to build a drip campaign, the first thing you would want to do is create a folder. And we're going to name this, I'm going to name it 1 so it shows up on top, and I'm going to call it test. Just 1 test, right? Okay, and if you want a description, you can add a description. So now we got our folder. So now our folder shows up right here, and you can see, okay, it has 0 emails, 0 text messages, 0 call scripts, and 0 letters. So those are direct mail letters. If you want to use them, I don't use them. I'm waiting for the postcard to come out. I'm excited for their postcard feature. Hopefully they don't delay it much longer. You got call scripts, you got text message templates you can build, email templates you can build. I don't mess with call scripts. Just right off the bat, I'm gonna tell you I don't mess with call scripts. But let's go ahead and just create a text message for our campaign. So you can hit create text. Remember, we're under templates. We haven't gone anywhere. We just clicked on marketing. Template shows up. We created a folder for our campaign. And let's just say, this campaign, I create a folder for every campaign. So let's just say this is for, I don't know, open house leads, right? Okay, so you're all open house leads. I would have named it something better like open house, right? But I didn't. We're going to hit create text message. So let's give it a short description. Let's just say I want this text message to go out 1 day later after the campaign starts. So let's just say I do open house Sunday. I want to go on Monday. So I'm just going to say, day 1, and then I'm gonna say morning because I want to go out in the morning. You might get more specific, like day 1 at 3 o'clock, whatever, right? That's what I do for short descriptions. You can do whatever you want. So I'm gonna say, hey, good morning, and then because I want to autofill their name, I'm gonna hit insert custom Liondesk content. Okay, click on that. Now you could do a few different things. You got custom fields, so you can autofill their name, their full name, their email, their mobile address, their street address, the contact source. So like to make things simpler, you might say, hey, it's an open house lead, but it was an open house lead for 123 Main Street, right? So you would put the contact source as 123 Main Street, or you can do the home address, right? And then then the campaign would autofill that name. I'm getting a little carried away here, and then of course you have some more stuff like your mailing address and stuff like that. But let's just say good morning name, so the contact's name. So it's going to autofill their name, right? And then, wanted to check in and make sure you liked the open house. I would never send this to anyone, right? And even I have a misspell, but and then maybe follow it up with Tommy the realtor, right? And obviously fix your grammar, right? I know a lot of people like to add mistakes. I don't really like to add mistakes. Makes you look bad. I mean, this is a freaking $500, $700 million purchase that they're making. Focus on your grammar, guys. And then maybe you want to share it with your team, so you're building it with your team. So instead of writing Tommy the realtor, you would say your first name. So whoever is using this drip campaign, it would autofill their first name. So I give away a lot of drips for free, and it would autofill their name. So I'd autofill the agent's name, whoever downloaded the drip campaign. It would autofill their name. Anyway, so then you want to save it. So then before we do anything, we go to folder name and we select the folder we want to use. This is why I always use one, in case you didn't notice. So it automatically defaults to the first one, and then I just change the name later. But so then we're going to save it. Okay, cool. Test one, it's in there. Then maybe I want to follow up with an email 3 days later, right? So click on create an email, and we're going to say day 3 email, right? At noon. So it's going to go out at noon o'clock, right? Subject line, obviously, subject line, how are you? And if you want to get creative, again, you can insert that custom Liondesk content. So I'm going to insert their first name, right? Again, just write whatever, hi, and then, autofill their name. Of course, you got a bunch of basic text editing stuff, right? How are you? And then if you want to, it will autofill in your email signature, or you can make your own whatever custom email signature. Sometimes I like to do set for my iPhone, right? So do your email signature, make your email campaign, whatever you want. Got a bunch of different text editing basic options. If you want, now I should have showed this in the text. You can do the same thing for the text message. Is you have all these variables, but you can also make custom variables, and I'll make another video on that. But basically, you go to the contact profile page and you can build a custom variable, so you're going to have it autofill a different variable. If it doesn't make sense, I'll make it another video, but I don't want to go into that right now. Personal videos. So you can click on personal videos here, and you can record, and you do the same thing for text message. Text message is limited to 20 seconds, whereas email is limited to 2 minutes for videos, and you can make a video, right? So you want to pre-record a video, you want to upload a video, you want to record a video, you can. All you do is click right here, and then I don't know if it'll work for me because, yeah, it's going to be really lousy quality because I have a different camera right there. So we'll just go ahead and get rid of that. But if you want to record a video, you can. I like to send out custom videos, but if you want to put a pre-recorded video in a campaign, you definitely can. Again, you can upload one or you can record it, and all you got to do is to have it in there. And you'll see they're sorted by, you can sort them by text or emails, right? So I do an email one. I don't want to text one out, but it doesn't actually matter. You can then click here to insert it, and wherever that code is, this code right here, going to autofill it. Okay, so we got our day 3, right? Email at noon, right? So I'm going to send it. Create all the autofill information. If you want to, you don't have to add any autofill information. You can just write a plain Jane email if you want. If you want to add attachments, I wouldn't recommend it. You're going to get flagged as spam, but you could. And again, we're going to put it in our folder. Again, make sure you save it in the appropriate folder. So test, right? So test 1. Then of course, you make as many text and email campaigns as you want. I would not do call scripts. I'm going to show you a better way to do call scripts, just because call scripts, they don't really work. They're kind of glitchy right now. I wouldn't trust them. And then direct mail, if you want to do direct mail, you can. It's meter mail. I don't really like it. I'm not going to really get into it, but if you want to explore that, you can. You just click it here, and of course, you need their address. Postcard coming soon. Can't wait for that. That'll be super powerful. But if you want, you can create meter mail, but again, you have to have their address. So, and it does cost money to send out direct mail. It does not cost money for emails or texts, but just stay aware. So now that we created all of the emails and text messages that we want to go out, and we've sorted them by when we want to go out, by the day we want them to go out, by the time we want them to go out. You don't have to do that. I just do that for the short description. We're going to actually create the campaign inside Liondesk. So right now we just put them all in a folder, right? So we're going to go to Autopilot Drip Campaign, right up here at the top, right next to templates, autopilot drip campaign, and we're gonna hit add new autopilot campaign. Oh, I just add new autopilot, right? You're gonna name it, right? Let's say we're gonna name it new open house leads, right? So now we gotta scroll down and we gotta find it. I have a lot of campaigns, so it's gonna be right here on the left under autopilot campaigns. This is shared campaigns. People like to share them. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Sometimes you can download, sometimes you need a code. But all your campaigns are gonna be right here on the left. You're gonna scroll down. So we have ours as open house. Where are you? Oh, that's right. It's new open house. And we're gonna click tasks. So just click task, okay? And you notice all these shared drips, they went away because we're on the new open house campaign. And again, all you gotta do is click task. So which one you want, you can click task. So if I click task, it's gonna bring me another campaign that I want open house. So we're gonna click on right task. So task. Now we're gonna hit add new drip to your campaign. So, or just add new task to drip. So click that, and basically you have a few options here. You can do email, text message, Liondesk lead assist, so that's Gabby. If you want to use Gabby, you can. I don't use Gabby, and you cannot use Gabby with other text messages, so just be aware you can only use Gabby. You can't use her with other text messages, so I don't really use her. I just stick to email and text. Again, don't do the call contact. I don't like it. It doesn't work very well. And then direct mail if you want to. So let's just do text message because that's our first one. And then a folder pops up. So you notice this just popped up out of nowhere. And we're going to go to test one because that's the one we're working on, right? Again, whichever one you want. And then day one. And there'll be a bunch of options, right? So if you create a bunch of text messages, they'll all be here. But again, day one, morning, right? It's going to be good morning name, want to check in, right? So you click on it. That's the one you want. Now, if you want to, you can click stop on reply. It depends on the campaign. If it's something where I want the campaign to keep running, whether or not they responded, I would hit no. If I want the campaign to stop the second they respond, I would hit yes. So it's up to you. I'm just gonna leave it on no. And then I want it to be the next morning, right? So it's gonna be delay. So I'm gonna do instead of minutes, I'm gonna do days later. Then you get specific date, and then you can do like recurring date. We'll just keep it simple, or do days later. I'll let you explore these different options. You can do custom, day of the week, once a year, repeats every whatever, 30 days, 90 days, right? Starts in 4 days, and repeats for 7 times, right? And then you select the time, right? But we're just going to do days later. So I want this campaign to go out 1 day later. And let's just do, I don't know, let's do, 10 a.m., right? You can select the time you want within 15-minute intervals, and then you hit add task, and then boom, there is our task. If we need to edit it, we can. If we need to remove it, we can. Then let's do email. So now we got to add our email. Same thing. Test 1. Oh, for some reason there's 2 emails there. I don't know why. It's saved twice, but click the email you want, and we want it to go out days later, 3 days later. You notice they won't have a stop drip on reply. It doesn't work for email, it just works for text message. So be aware of that. I want to go a few days later, and I want to go out at noon. So let's do 12:45. Add task. There's another drip. Again, you can just rinse, repeat. Say I don't want it to say I want to send another text message, but I don't want it to be from this drip. Maybe I want to send out a holiday. 4th of July, Thanksgiving, whatever, right? Christmas. And I want to go on a specific date, right? So again, what day of the year? So I wanted to go out on Christmas. Do not text your clients on Christmas. They will not be happy with you. Let's just say hypothetically, right? It's going to go out at 7:45 p.m. Holiday text, Merry Christmas name, whatever, right? So set it up how you want. And then if you want, so what I do for call scripts, just so you know, is a few things. So I do task reminder. If you want to do email reminder, text reminder, call reminder, Liondesk will call you, text you, or email you and remind you that you need to do a specific task. I don't like to have a reminder. I just like to do task, no reminder. And I'd say, call, lead, follow up about open house. So what I like to do is if I have any like scripts or questions I want to ask the lead, I always make sure to include them all in here, and you can type it all out. You can get really intense with that. But yeah, so then you got your task reminder. Oh, and then you want to go out at a specific date. So I want to call them 2 days later, right? 3 days later. Let's say 2 days later, 8 a.m. is fine. And then when you see that task reminder is going to show up in your tasks, and that's another topic for another video, where I'll kind of show you how I set up Liondesk in general. But tasks are just kind of like my daily to-do list. So before I go home, usually early in the morning, I'll have like 20 tasks, whether it's some leads to follow up with, some marketing stuff I got to do, whatever, right? Just some things I got to get done that day, pay down my credit cards, right? I kind of just have this to-do list, right? That just auto reminds me. It's super handy. I absolutely love it. But anyway, I digress. So now you got this campaign, it's as big, as long, as short, as small as you want, make it however you want. By now you should understand how to create your your emails inside of Liondesk. So, you create your templates first. That's the first thing you do. Create all your templates. Then you create the campaign, and then you find the campaign you want, right? And you click tasks, right? And then you add all the appropriate text and emails, and then you assign them to the proper days and times that they need to go out. Now, if you need to, you can click on action. You got a few different options. You can change the name. You can clone the campaign, so duplicate it, right? Copy and paste. Publish it for others if you want. Complete future tasks on all contacts. So let's say you want to stop this campaign for everyone. You got a quick little button on how to do that right there, right? And then of course delete, right? If you click one of these, let's just say, what's something I know people are on? I want to show you something else real quick. Now we got a bunch of leads on this one. So realtor.com. So you see that I got this big long realtor.com, welcome emails, some welcome text messages, notes, task reminders, add them to Real Scout. Real Scout is my listing alerts program I use, big old campaign, right? I think it goes out for about 6 months. Yeah, 180 days. And the last day, right, is add a tag. And we'll get into tags at a later time, but again, these are just task reminders. But yeah, it's mostly just text and emails and a couple calling options. But if you scroll all the way down, you'll see autopilot reporting. So for this drip campaign, well, then we clicked on for tasks, right? Down below, you can see all the leads that are on this campaign. So these are all the leads I haven't converted yet that are on this campaign. And you can do, well, actually, no, sorry, some of them are on it, some of them are off of it. Some of them have already been converted, right? But you can complete all tasks, like say I don't want to send this person any more emails or text messages, I just want them to be off of it. You can click that, just to remove one person individually and kind of see everyone there. Or of course, like I said before, you can just complete all future tasks on all contacts. So that's how you build a campaign. Now let's talk about how do you set up a lead on a campaign. You got a few different options. Let's just go into contacts real quick, and we'll just click on a lead. Any lead, doesn't matter. This is a fresh realtor.com lead that came in this morning. I haven't called her yet. Oh, later would be better. I'm very interested in the mobile home and the mobile home lead. Jeez. What we're going to do is, so you see the campaign stopped right there, but normally that's where you see her. So because I had the text reply stop and she responded, I need to follow up with her, but she's not on a campaign. But let's say I wanted to put her on a campaign, right? So what you do is you load up your contact, whichever your lead, maybe you call him, you text him, whatever you want to put him on a campaign. You go to add new, so start campaign right here. Choose the campaign you want. So I'm going to do, I haven't talked to this lead yet, but I know I'm going to want to put him on this campaign. So this is the IDX, so the IDX search home listings alerts, right? Checking in 12 months, touch, so email. I know this campaign is designed to just touch them once a month via email, and I'm going to add autopilot campaign. So now it's going to be set up on that campaign, and then it's going to go out. Click on marketing, so up here, right here, click on marketing. I can see right here that they're on this campaign, and if I wanted to remove them from it, all I got to do is removed unfinished tasks. Right, so super easy. So if you're in a campaign, oops, Actually, I don't want to remove. I'm going to leave them on that oh wait, I already removed them. Whatever. I'm going to put them back on that campaign just real quick for example purposes. There we go. She's back on that campaign. And then you can come down to here. Again, this is where your custom fields are that I was talking about if you want to create and add custom fields. So you can make an autofill certain information. Down here is my task list. So any tasks that are on the campaign will show up here like, hey, you know, IDX touch, 12-month buyer follow-up. Make sure lead is on listing alerts. So I got to make sure real quick, lead is on listing alerts. Again, that's under tasks for my daily reminders. But this is something I would need to go through. This is my checklist for this drip. And then I have a reminder once that drip expires, and let's say it expires in a year from now, there's another reminder here to do something else with it. But I'm not trying to talk about the drip right now. I just want to show you. I just have these different task reminders that remind me. And they don't send out email alerts. They don't send out text message alerts. They just show up in my task reminder. I just remember to do that every single day. And then autopilot drip campaign tasks. So these are your emails and your text messages, and hypothetically, your direct mail if you use direct mail. You can see when they're going to go out, when they're scheduled, and if you want to cancel them, let's say, you know what, I want them to stay on this drip, but I do not want to send them this email for some reason. All you got to do is hit this checkbox, and it will delete that email from going, or it'll stop that email from going out to that contact. So the email will still go out, it just won't go out. Or sorry, it'll go out for other campaigns that other leads are on. Just this specific campaign for the specific lead, it will stop it. So there you go. And again, if you want to remove a lead from a marketing, you just click right here, remove tasks. So what if you want to set up a bunch of leads on one campaign, right? Let's say you want to put your entire, like, all your leads you haven't talked to in, like, I don't know, a year, right? You want to put them on a re-engagement campaign. Well, you would go to filters, you'd sort them out, you know, just filter them out however you want to. You got plenty of options. I'll let you search through here and figure out how you want to sort people out. But once you do that, you apply filters, right? And then you go down here to bulk action. So you have all your context you want. Maybe you do, maybe you don't, whatever. Click on bulk action. And you can do bulk email, bulk text message, bulk direct mail, you know, all these different actions you can do. But we want to do add drip campaigns. So you can do it for all the leads that are here, or before we do that, you could select some. So I just want to do it for these 10, right? I don't want to do it for all of them, and I don't want it to go out to Matthew. I don't want it to go out to David, right? I just want to send it for these leads. So then we go to bulk action. And so see, we can send it for all. I'm pointing at my screen like you can see, but you can't see my screen. But we can set it up for all leads, right? All 1,147 leads, or we can send it out just the 8 selected that we had. So I'll do 8 selected, right? And I want to put them on a campaign. So then you select the campaign that you want, right? And then you hit add new campaign. Credits, this is for Gabby. Probably doesn't apply to you, but if you want to use Gabby to automate your leads, you can. I don't like her that much, but you can buy it. But you would hit add. I'm not going to add them because I don't want to add them. And then again, if you wanted to remove those leads from that campaign, you'd have to do it individually, one at a time. Or again, go to marketing, go to autopilot drip campaigns, and click the lead that you want, and then actions, complete all future tests. That's how you delete them all. Now, there's another way to add leads to a campaign, and that is when new leads come in, you might want to automatically add them to a campaign. Well, you go to settings. So let's just say like Realtor.com leads. I got Realtor.com leads coming in, and I want them to be automatically added to a campaign. So they're automatically followed up with, and I don't have to manually add them. So what you do is you create your lead source. So let's just say, add new source, and I want it to be Realtor.com, right? So you make your Realtor.com, you hit add new source, name it, cool. You got your contact source, right? Easy peasy. You then go down to lead distribution, and then you hit add new lead routing. So actually, assuming you already know how to get your Realtor.com leads into the Liondesk, that's a whole nother story. But assuming you have your leads coming into Liondesk, good, cool. They're coming in, awesome. I'm not going to get into that, but that's a video for another time. But let's say, okay, cool. I want to add a new lead routing. So I want my lead provider to be realtor.com. Where is it? Actually, I have mine coming from Zapier, so might be better to use Zapier. Yeah, so I have them coming from Zapier, right? Add new lead routing. And I want to be for realtor.com. And I want to start, my realtor.com drip campaign, right? So never contacted, right? And then select lead type, individual, team rollout. So if you want to share it with your team, right? That's, again, another topic for another time, but individual. So now every time I get a new realtor.com lead, it's going to start this campaign, right? Save lead routing, bada boom, bada bing. There you go. Easy peasy. New leads coming in will automatically be added to realtor.com. Where did I? There we go. So actually I have my leads coming in from realtor.com. There we go. We'll get rid of that. But and then there's different ways you can do it. You can also set up so basically what the way this works is, if a lead comes in and it's selected with that contact source, you want to match that contact source. It doesn't have to be Zapier, right? Because I have different leads coming in from different places from Zapier, and you can change it inside of Liondesk. But you see, it starts different campaigns for different Zapier leads. But basically, you select the lead source you want, or the lead type where it's coming from, the lead source, right? So in my case, realtor.com or Facebook, whatever you want, right? And then you select the campaign that you want to go on. Hopefully that makes sense. I know it sounds a little bit complicated. It's really not. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. I'm more than happy to take a look and get back to you as soon as I can. Yeah, that's basically how you then automatically add people to a campaign. There's one other spot. There's one other spot where you can add leads or to a campaign, and that is going to be for your text to sell codes. If you're using text to sell, it's going to be under marketing, text to sell. I know I said we weren't going to touch this today, but we're going to touch it real quick. If you use text to sell, so it's like the, text home to see more photos of this house, right? Or text, 2020 to this house, to, your phone number, right? You can capture that lead's info, and you can also set them up on a campaign. So let's say I want to start add a new text code. I want the text code to be, I want people to text, let's say new home. No, that's 12334. I want them to text 1234 to my Liondesk number, and it's gonna send them to, maybe I want to send them to a certain website, so I want a URL. Maybe I don't. But here you can create your response, right? So what do you want your message to be? Now, you don't have their name, so you can't really add any like autofill things. You can with a campaign, and I'll get into that in a second, but you don't. So just like, hey, thanks for your interest in my listing. Again, get more specific, like 123 Main Street, right? Let me know if you want a showing. Sorry, I just burped. And then, add the URL to your website where there's more photos, right? And then you click contact source. So I like to name my contact source for the house that they saw. So view ridge, right? And then I delete them later. I know I'm terrible. And then, maybe I want to start a campaign. So I have a sign writer campaign that pairs with this text code. So now they're going to get this message right away. They're going to get put on this contact source, and it's going to start this campaign, right? So again, pick whatever campaign you want. I have a specific sign writer one. And they hit save. And if anyone texts that code, it's going to capture their information, and it's going to put them on that campaign. So that's the other way you can do it. I'm sure there's another way I'm just forgetting about right now. But for the most part, that is how you create a text message or email campaign. It's how you save it. It's how you turn it on. And it's how you set it up to automatically import new leads. I think that's everything. I probably forgot something. But hopefully that made sense. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you have any questions. Oh, actually, I do want to mention one more thing. If you do download, so if you go to the realtor.com, and let's say you downloaded one of my drip campaigns. Um, you know, you had a couple different options. Let's just say, Facebook list of homes, right? Say you can download into Liondesk directly, PDF download. So what I like to do is when I create a drip campaign, I like to write it all out in a Word document, and then I like to add it to a folder. I like to have it all pre-written out so I have a good, clear idea of what I want this drip campaign to say, and then I add it to each folder. So, let's say the free PDF download. So I write it all out like this, and then I manually add it, right? If you buy the drip so you don't have to manually add it, you're going to get a download key. And as you probably know, well, there's instructions for it. You'll get a download key. You'll be able to download it under the publish section. You type in the one that you bought. So, Facebook lists leads. I misspelled Facebook. Whatever. There's a way to download it. So you hit download, you install a drip. Let's say you wanted to edit it, right? You go to templates, you go to the template you just download. So if you download this one right here, it's going to have this name right here. Facebook leads, list of homes, ads, 5 years, right? So if I go down here under Facebook leads, list of homes, ads, 5 years, don't worry about the new. That's because I duplicated it, right? You click on templates, it's going to bring up all the templates. You're going to wonder why this one looks like this. It's because I was hiding the unsubscribe button, but see, don't, it's a trap. Yeah, that's because, oh my god, I can't believe I'm wasting time showing you this, but do it. Sent from my iPhone, right? I don't want the unsubscribe button to be right under here, underneath the iPhone. Sent from my iPhone, so I hide it way down at the bottom. So anyways, the rest are just normal. Because normally I have that set up in underneath my email signature, so I don't have to worry about it. But anyways, they're all here. Let's say you want to change this one. It's complicated name. All you got to do is click on edit. Oh, it's going to be at the top. And you can edit the that whole email. However you want, and change things out. Doesn't matter. You can just edit it. Again, same thing. Let's go down. You want to edit text message, afternoon name. Maybe you don't want to say their name. Maybe you want to just change it up however you want. Again, click on edit, and it's going to make me scroll all the way up. Again, I wish it was a little bit more intuitive, but then you just fix whatever you want. Maybe you want to replace it with a video message. You can do that. Personal video message, import. I don't want to mess with it because this is my this is the one I'm giving out to everyone on the website. And then if you want to change it inside of the autopilot, let's say you want to change the days or the times, again, you click on autopilot instead, go down to that campaign. So it's going to be this one for me, right? And you can change them all. Again, just click edit, add, remove. If you want to add a new task, hit add, and add your whatever, right? And of course, edit if you want to edit anything. Hope that was super helpful. Hope you guys enjoyed. That is kind of a really long video, kind of just going really in depth into everything you need to know about drip campaigns inside of Liondesk. If there's something I forgot or something you have a question to, please feel free to mention it down in the comments. I'll do my best to answer and help you out. In the meantime, my name's Tommy Mutchler. Be sure to check out The Lazy Realtor for a ton of free real estate drips. Like I have every single lead in my database on a real estate drip because I want to be in touch and talking to everyone. And I don't want to actually have to personally reach out to people. I want my drips to do it for me. So check it out if you want free drips. They're all available there. A ton of them for sellers, buyers, people you're currently working with, people that are out of state, people that you're showing homes to, people that you lost contact with, even people that are already working with another realtor. There's a drip campaign out there, so check it out. A whole bunch here. You can sort them, organize them, however you want. But in the meantime, please like this video, subscribe if you want more videos like this. And share it with anyone that you might know that might need help with Liondesk, because I'm more than happy to help. People don't search for this type of content on YouTube. So that's why there's going to be really low views on this. So if you can help me out just by clicking like, commenting, and then of course sharing it, it really means a lot. It really does help a lot. And it allows me to make more videos like this. In the meantime, have a good day. See you around. Bye.